Never seen nobody do that. Hey.
You're still the best one. That can only be one man, and that man is Roy Jones Jr., who is in New York City to speak to the media about his upcoming fight against Joe Calzaghe, which is scheduled for Saturday, November 8th at Madison Square Garden. And now we go to Kingsway Gym to talk to Roy and for the announcement of the undercard.
A lot of people thought Bernard was through, and look what he did with 26-year-old Kelly Patrick. I mean, perfect opponent, but look what he did to him. So that's why I tell people, you can't call that clock. Only guys can call that clock. You know what I mean? Feel good, but I don't know if I'm doing anything like I used to do or not. But they are coming off pretty good. I can't lie.
Last time I spoke to you, you said, well, you feel you're a touch slower, and then I said to you, does that improve your power? And you said, yes.
Most
you
definitely.
feel that? You really
Most
feel
definitely.
that?
Most definitely.
Are you fighting more flat-footed now? Is that what you're saying?
Yep. Sitting down a little bit more.
What did you think about his performance against Hopkins?
Who? Joe
Calzaghe.
Oh, yeah, he had a good performance. I knew he underestimated Hopkins a little bit. That's how I knew that he would go down the first round, because I knew he underestimated Hopkins. A lot of people don't give Hopkins the credit he's due, but he underestimated him bad, and that's how he got dropped in the first round.
Are you concerned at all, probably about nothing, but I'm going to ask anyway, are you concerned at all about his work rate?
Yeah, I am. You got to be. You definitely got to be concerned. That's the only thing that concerns you is his work rate. That's what you better be concerned about.
Well, I know you don't want to look past him, but Hopkins has been talking about fighting the winner.
I ain't talking about Hopkins.
Okay.
Hopkins, if Calzaghe want to waste his time trying to fight Hopkins again, had he won the fight, maybe he could. But I win. I ain't fighting Hopkins. I mean, I win. I'm going on my next thing. So I don't think Calzaghe gonna waste his time with him again either, though. It'd be stupid on his part, but I definitely not.
Okay. Thank you. Greg.
Thank you.
What did you learn from the Calzaghe fight?
Nothing.
You're a pro.
Nothing. That I just knew. I mean, I called the fight just like it was gonna go. I even called a knockdown before it happened. I learned that Joe Calzaghe doesn't think as much as Hopkins as he thinks of me, because he came out and underestimated Hopkins a little bit earlier, which is how he got knocked down. But I also knew that he'd get up and go in and win the fight.
And just where are you training at?
California, PA.
Thank you.
Roy, I'm going to change gears. I'm going to backtrack a little bit and talk about Frankie and Zab. Are you saying that it's possible both those guys look good, that they could eventually fight each other in the next fight? Or
No, not the next fight. Down the line, I ain't gonna do it the next fight. You got to build Frankie a little bit more. Figueroa, even Salita, he got to be built a little bit more. All these guys. I was talking about Salita too, but all of them got to be built. But what I'm saying is that if you can build these guys into great names in this area, then you can make mega fights in the Garden, even with them, maybe one day in the future. But what you want to do first is give them a chance to build their own selves. You got to build their identity, and that's what I want to do. As a promoter, you're supposed to take your guys, build their identity, make the fans want to see that. Then you make it happen. And then both guys get the best benefit from it, and they move on.
Now, with Winky, you fought a lot on your undercards. Do you plan to do that with these guys as well?
Most definitely. Most definitely. That's all I know. You know, if you with me, you with me. If I go, you go. If I don't, you don't. But if I go, you go. That's just how I always thought. That's just how I did things. I mean, I had some guys that weren't the most exciting guys, but if I go, they win. And that's just how I roll.
Do you have a situation where, is this a sign that Square Ring is in this for the long haul, even when Roy is done?
Definitely this for the long haul, even when I'm done. Definitely.
But you're not going to be done with Square Ring.
No,
No, that's what I mean.
That's what I mean. And Square Ring's been around for a while, but you really haven't been precedent, if I remember correctly.
Had to get it. You got to go through some time and make sure you got everything orchestrated the right way. You need a proper driver for the car. You need a proper cleaner to clean the car. You need a proper engine guy to keep the car. You need a proper insurance company to insure the car. If you don't have it all together, then you ain't no sense you trying to roll too fast.
What's going to be the difference between Square Ring and Golden Boy?
A whole lot. I don't really like to discredit nobody or talk about nobody what they do. What they do is their business. What I do is my business. So I know I don't follow blueprints too well, so I'm not going to be nothing like them. I already can tell you that. I'm going to do it my way. That's just how I do it. And that's all I know.
Frankie's got a new opponent. I thought it was Gavin Reese.
Yeah, Gavin Reese got his nose broke, I think.
Okay, so who's the guy he's fighting now? Is it Hernandez?
Hold up, yeah, I got it right here. Ivan Hernandez, 26-3 with 20 KOs, a pretty good punch himself.
These last minute fighters.
Well, sometimes you concerned, but as long as he get the best him ready, it don't matter.
What's new with Salita's opponent now?
I think he fighting the same guy. He fighting Derek Campos, 15-5.
Who is he fighting?
Derek Campos.
Yeah. Well, you giving them real bodies. You're not giving them.
They fight on TV. You can't sell the public something. Oh, You got to sell them something good.
Some promoters don't give you.
Well, but see, that's what the difference is. Some promoters tell you that foolishness just to get you to buy the main fight. I ain't trying to say no foolishness. If it happens that way, it's not on my part because we go out and try to pick something good for him. You understand me? So Frankie Figueroa here to my right, who I'm very proud to be a part of his career. Junior welterweight on his way. Zab Super Junior to my left, as you know, who's also always been a great friend of mine, great fan. I'm a great fan of his, and we've been through a lot of things together, so nothing thrills me more than to have these two guys right next to me representing me and being co-stars on the event that night along with me. We also got Dmitriy Salita, as you know. He'll be fighting on the card. He couldn't come today because today is a Jewish holiday, I think. But with that being said, I'm going to open up for questions, and I just want to say thank y'all guys for coming aboard the team. Thank you, and this is something we've been trying to make happen for a long time. Just got involved with this guy, but I know this guy's the truth, so I'm looking forward to a wonderful, long relationship with both guys, and here we are. Well, I mean, all I can do is be the best Roy Jones I know how to be. I ain't gonna try to match him for punches, but I know I can be the best Roy Jones that I can be. You know? And that's all I can bring. So
fire.
We got to excite. I mean, we're in the best venue ever in the history of the sport of boxing.
Mecca, baby.
We got. I mean, it's us. You know what I'm saying? We are. Y'all are tomorrow. I am today. So we got to go start this and continue it on.
That's right. That's right. I feel honored.
His punches look soft though when he swings.
Who, Calzaghe?
He's a swing straight ahead.
Yeah, but see, what you got to understand now, and I don't want you to underestimate this. He does do a lot of wheeling, but he will sneak one in on you every now and then. He don't have 33 knockouts for no reason, and he don't keep a lot of hand problems for no reason. Zab got hand problems because Zab can punch. And the guy with hand problems a lot, he actually doing something.
Looks like he swings like.
Look, like I said, a lot of times he does. He does, but he does. It's like Al used to do it. He can slap you and slap you and slap you till he make sure he can hit you, then he steal you, and there you go. So you got to be aware of that.
You can walk through that.
He better not let me walk through. If I find I can walk through it, it'll be early tonight.
That's what we expect, anyway.
Did the Hopkins fight inspire you at all, being that he's 43 and he looked so good the other night?
No, because if you give me a guy that's way beyond underneath me, I mean, I'm gonna look good against him if I'm 90. So I mean, that didn't really inspire me. I mean, Hopkins did a great job with a guy who they thought was ready, but the guy wasn't ready. See, what you gotta realize, if you don't have a true amateur background, like I'm sure these two guys, I know he had, and I think he did too, you have a true amateur background and been doing it for a long period of time, it's a little bit difficult. It's not easy to come out and just put yourself out there. The only person he fought was Jermaine Taylor, who to me is a very green professional still. To me, he never learned a lot as a professional fighter. So it's like, when you put him out there and you stick him out there with that wolf, he's in trouble. Who can't look good like that? And I'm glad he said that, because that's something else that people don't realize, that people like Kelly Patty don't understand. When a guy coming in at 160, the other night you saw the guys that fought 160 on the undercard, these guys weighed in at 175 the night of the fight. And that's 15 pounds. If you ain't doing that, then you're in the wrong weight class. If you can't drink up enough to put yourself almost 15 pounds ahead of the game, then you losing. When I fought James Toney at 168, James came in the ring the next night 184. That's 16 pounds. And you understand me? So what he's saying makes a lot of sense. You don't want to give, in this sport, you can't afford to give up that weight advantage like that night in and night out.
Are you happy that you go back to make 75 instead of 70?
No, I wish I was making 170, because when I make 170, I come in the ring by 182. By 175 is not good for me, because I'm in the same situation he in. These guys are much bigger than me.
Calzaghe's not.
Yeah, actually he is. He is bigger than they think he is. When I signed the fight, he was about 200 pounds then. So he's a little bit bigger than they think he is. This is what I'm trying to tell you.
Would you like to weigh in the same day?
Nah, that wouldn't really make a difference, because if it's 175, I still ain't gonna be no higher than about 180. So it ain't gonna really make a difference.
But Roy, you fought at 200.
Well, you gotta understand, like I said, it's not about what I can or not. I'm gonna do it. He about to get a whooping. I gotta do it. I'm not saying you can't. I'm saying that I understand where he's coming from figuratively on giving up the weight advantage every night. At light heavyweight, I always give up the weight advantage. Always, every night. Every light heavyweight I fought has been bigger than me. The only one that may have not been a little bit bigger than me was Clinton Woods. Right. Because he came up from 68
now, if you get this victory, will you face Hopkins?
When I get the victory, no. What I'm facing Hopkins for? I already did that. Been there, done that. Hopkins always say my name.
No interest in fighting.
Because he always say my name, then what he does a week later, sign to fight somebody else. So does that really sound like he want to fight me? I'm not going to chase nobody down for no fight. And I done beat you already. What I look like? Never seen nobody do that, hey.
You're still the best, Roy.